G'day out there. My name is Clay and welcome to Off the Cuff. This is the very first episode and a very, very special one indeed. I'm going to be interviewing my brother who has been sent home with palliative care for the very end stages of his life. He's had a 5-year battle with bowel cancer, and this chat is very, very special to commemorate his life. Now, the reason I'm making this short video before we get to the interview is because I have set up a GoFundMe page to help Jamie and to help his family with funeral costs and basically just cost of living. You guys will find out exactly what I mean when we get into the interview. He's had a very, very tough life and he's got a very, very tough situation facing his family in the coming days, weeks, and months. We don't know yet, but we just keep taking it day by day. So you guys will find the link to the GoFundMe page in the video description below. But if you also go to the Off the Cuff channel on YouTube, you'll see the link in the bio. So yeah, please guys, if you can, dig deep, help these guys out. They really need it. And without further ado, probably the best chat that I've ever had in my life, or definitely one of the deepest ones and the most wide-ranging. It is a lengthy one, guys, but I promise you, stay to the end and you won't regret it. So please enjoy my interview with my older brother, Jamie. All right. Got a very, very special chat that we're going to have today. My name's Clay. This is my big brother, Jamie. We're doing this chat for a lot of reasons, but the main reason being my brother has unfortunately had the news from the doctors that he is at end of life stage, in the exact words of the medical community. Not 100% sure what that means, but we do know that it means the doctors and the hospital are kind of not intervening with your care from here on in.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why this is so important to me and to you also is because our father passed away from bowel cancer 11 years ago in February, Valentine's Day. The cheeky old bastard made it happen on Valentine's Day and ruined that for everybody.
Yeah.
And I had been asking Dad to give us some part of his life on not necessarily on camera because it wasn't really the done thing back then, but at least like writing some anecdotal stories about his life, his memories, the things that mean the most to him, just anything that would help us understand him more as a person.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, man, that didn't happen. And it's one of my big regrets. It's one of your big regrets. And when we took you, or when me and Brett come over to visit you and we saw the kind of shape you were in at the time, and then it was only Christmas Eve, you went, actually got admitted to hospital and you weren't looking too great in there either. I was just filled with this deep, deep, deep regret. Because we'd been talking about this for so long, but kind of hadn't put pen to paper yet.
Yeah.
And I just felt sick to my stomach that we were never going to be able to do this. Obviously I over exaggerated that you weren't going to get home. But as soon as you started showing more color and you started picking up and becoming more kind of with it mentally, I was just like, if you ever get home again, man, we have got to do this. Like, we've got to prioritize it.
Yeah.
We've got to prioritize it because this is like immortalizing you. This is something that your wife, your kids, your family, everybody can have. And if we do decide to put it on the internet, this is something that a lot of viewers are going to relate to. They're either going through the same thing or loved ones going through the same thing, or parts of your story are parts of their story.
Yeah.
You know, and I've always been a big believer that you don't have to be a celebrity, man, to have a good story. Everybody's got a good story. We just need to learn how to extract it.
Yeah.
So it's my duty, and I'm feeling the weight and the pressure, but it's my duty to try and extract your story for you, man, as best we can make it happen.
Always, let's do it.
So with that note, let's get in, man. So I think the best place to start is give me your name, give me your date of birth, tell me which hospital you were born in, and do you remember which suburb we were living in at the start? So just rifle those things off for us.
Name's Jamie Reid, born 8th of the 6th, 72. I was born in St. John of God Hospital in Mount Lawley.
Were we living in Montrose Ave at that stage?
Montrose, it was Montrose,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't remember too much of living there.
Yeah.
I don't think we were there for that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at that stage, obviously I wasn't born.
Yeah.
I was just a wee little glint in Dad's eye and ball sack.
Yeah.
So tell us about your siblings at the time.
Rob and Brett. Yeah. It's kind of I was what you call a troubled kid, I suppose. Or not so much troubled kid, but how do I say it?
I wouldn't call you unruly, maybe undisciplined,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit wild.
Yeah, a little bit wild.
So how much older is, so Rob's the oldest brother. How much older is Rob than you?
Rob was 5 years older than me.
5?
Yep.
And
Brett's 18 months older than me.
And then you, and then I'm 5 years below you.
Yep. Yep.
All right. So it just sets the table for the people out there.
Yep. Yep.
So do you have what are your earliest memories that you can recall of childhood?
Traveling around Australia.
Yeah.
Traveling around Australia. That was a good time for me. I enjoyed it.
So obviously I was just a toddler at the time, or maybe even lower than a toddler. So did they take you guys out of school? What happened with your schooling?
We used to go from town to town, enroll in school, wherever Dad could find work.
Yeah.
And go to the next town, enroll in school again. And it was just, yeah.
So was this the old Kingswood at that stage?
Yeah.
The blue Kingswood?
Blue Kingswood, yeah.
Was it the HQ?
Yeah.
Yeah, the old Kinger.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she well, they were built to last in those days.
Oh,
I mean,
they were.
It got mum, dad, and 4 kids across the Nullarbor.
Yeah.
So what towns and cities do you remember living in?
I remember living in Melbourne. Remember living in Kununurra.
Apparently we were in Darwin for a little while as well.
Yeah.
Because I remember mum saying I got absolutely attacked by mozzies, and they kind of had to get me out of town, out of Darwin altogether.
Yeah.
Because it just wasn't, the mozzies didn't like me. They still don't like me. So would have been a bit disruptive then. How old were you when you were traveling around? You must have only been like 6 or 7.
Yeah, I would have been probably 5 or 6.
Yeah. So not a lot of chance to really kind of make friends or anything like that.
Nah.
It was just us.
Just
us, little family unit.
Yeah.
So did we live in houses, or were we in caravans?
We lived in caravan parks, houses. Mostly caravan parks, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you get along with the brothers in such close quarters?
Oh, it was difficult.
Yeah.
It was difficult, especially with Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was difficult.
Did he not get along with, he didn't like you?
Not really.
No?
Not really.
Is that because you're a little shithead?
Probably. Probably, yeah.
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 But you got along all right with Brett?
I did on and off.
Yeah.
Yeah, on and off.
And you hadn't actually started beating on me then. I probably would have been too young.
Yeah.
That was coming later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I never really formed a relationship with Rob until he got diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah.
So,
there was just such a big age gap between Rob and, I mean, that's hard to say. Definitely between me and Rob. He's 11 years older than me.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking, kind of like, you've managed to form bonds with me and Brett, and we're only I'm only 5 years apart from you, or 5 years apart. Rob's 5 years from you. But yeah, I don't remember Rob ever kind of being part of the family.
No, he was very standoffish and didn't really want to get to know me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know whatever, how the way I can say it, but yeah.
And really, it's kind of up to the older person in any relationship. Yeah. It's always up to the older person to try and bridge the gap if it's a bit weird or a bit hard. Yeah. And definitely.
Yeah, I never understood why. But, I just think he didn't like me.
So, as far as Mum and Dad have told me, we travelled around for a couple of years. And and then came back and settled in Perth for a little while.
Yeah.
Because my first memory of growing up was Geroween. I remember, and it's so weird, the kind of stuff that your brain holds,
Yeah.
and it's got nothing to do with like my interests, or for some reason memories stick. I don't know why. I've
Yeah.
got two memories that I remember, and I'm not sure which one came first, but I remember, who was Robert's girlfriend,
Yeah.
giving me a puppy, and she had this puppy underneath her jumper. And I remember sitting in the lounge room of our house in Geroween, and she come through the front door and she just kind of like pulled her jumper up, and there was this puppy there, and I was like, holy fuck. And I would have been probably, I'm thinking 4, maybe
Yeah.
4 or 5
Yeah.
in that region. That's one of my earliest ones. Another one of my earliest memories was probably about the same time. It was probably about 4. I just remember laying on mum's belly with my ear on her belly, like listening to all the pops and whistles and, the sounds that the belly makes while it's sort of rumbling away.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
always remember kind of like sitting there just listening on her belly. Just a weird memory to even take in. I don't know why my brain held on to that.
Yeah.
But the other one was the pre-primary that I'd been sent to in Geroween had all grey. I mean, fucking way to make the kids feel good about themselves. Like there was like this grey collared polo shirt, and grey.
Grey and blue or something?
No, it was all grey, man. It
all
was
grey.
Grey shirt, grey pants.
Fuck.
And you had to wear like the black dress shoes.
Oh yeah.
So I'd never owned a pair of them before.
Yeah.
And I guess I would have been 5 if I was getting ready to go to pre-primary. But yeah, mum and dad had bought me these black dress shoes, and they were so shiny. And I just remember looking at them, and I was like fascinated. I was like, oh my God. I just felt like I was $1 million. I felt like I was the best kid on the street.
Yeah.
And I got in these shoes and I ran, and I just ran. I was like Forrest Gump, man. I just fucking ran and ran and ran in these bloody Windsor bloody dress shoes, and then got home and got in the shit for it. They're your shoes. What are you doing running on the streets with those things?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just really weird. But they were my early memories from Geroween. I want to know, do you remember this? Robert had a 16th birthday party at our house.
Yep. Big fight?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I would have been 5.
Remember that?
I would have been 5, and basically I'd been told, just stay in your room. There's a party happening. Just stay in your room. We don't want to see you to be seen and not heard, as it was in our house growing up.
Yeah.
All the kids were to be seen and not heard.
Yep.
And I remember at some point in the night, things just started to get very loud. And there's loud things at a party, and then there are sounds that don't belong.
Yeah.
And I just remember there were some sounds that just didn't belong. Voices were getting a little bit too raised.
Yeah.
I remember mum chasing down dad and going, "There's too many kids coming in. There's too many people."
Yeah.
And I stuck my head out into the hallway and looked toward the front door. And the door was open, and there were people just literally just filing in, just one after the other, and they all had bald heads.
Yeah, all skinheads.
Yeah, and all wearing black.
Yeah.
And I could sense by mum's tone and dad was starting to get angry by now. I'm just like, oh, these guys aren't supposed to be in here.
No.
And then I just kind of got told, go back to your room. So I went back to my room. The next thing I heard was a smash, and it turns out somebody had smashed the glass for dad's stereo, the cabinet.
His Marantz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then once that happened, all fucking hell broke loose.
Yep.
And it was just, punches.
I remember the uncles and, everyone there just going at it. It was pretty frightening, actually.
Yeah. When you're a kid, yeah.
Yeah. It was a big freak out.
I'm pretty sure we had a policeman that lived across the road from us there.
Yeah, we did.
And he'd come over and kind of helped sort it all out. But that's also one of my earliest memories. The old man didn't mind a fight, did he?
Nah, he didn't.
I think
he laid a few out. Yeah.
I've seen him lay a few people out in various different times.
Yeah.
All right. So how was your sort of primary school years in Geroween for you?
Like a blur, really.
Yeah.
Didn't do well at school.
Yeah.
Just didn't do well. All I cared about was sports.
Yeah. Did you not like school, or you just felt like it was a waste of time? Or?
I just didn't have any interest in it.
Yeah.
To be honest, just had no interest whatsoever in it.
If you did apply yourself at school, were you good at some stuff?
I was, yeah.
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 What kind of things were you good at?
I was good at science, social studies, maths. I was shit.
Because the old man had a pretty good science brain.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The old man wanted one thing for me, and I wanted something else,
Yeah.
and we clashed constantly.
So you were into sport pretty much from as early as you can remember?
Yeah, yeah.
And what were the sports of choice?
Footy and cricket.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were my sports of choice. Yeah.
Did you play it at school or with anybody?
At school, yeah. I played it at school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joined the footy club, joined the cricket club. Yeah. And then we moved. Yeah.
So we moved to Karratha in 1983. How old would that have made you? So you would have been 11?
Yeah, 11, 12.
11 or 12?
Yeah.
So you were still in primary school
Yeah.
when we went to Karratha?
Yeah,
So
I was still in primary school, yeah.
You would have had maybe 1 or 2 more years.
I was year 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how did you feel? Do you remember how it was even broached? Like, how did mum and dad tell you that we were going to Karratha?
We didn't really have a say in that. Yeah, they just said we're moving up north, to a town up north, and yeah, I was quite upset actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember how I felt when,
Yeah.
I don't really remember moving up, but I definitely do remember moving down. I know how I felt when we were moving down, and I was about the same age. I was probably about 12, 13.
Yeah. I remember leaving Perth, I was there in tears. Didn't want to go.
And
didn't want to start again.
I'm wondering, did we have the Salika then, or was that still...
Yeah, we did. We had the Salika, the gold Salika.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember your thoughts, like your initial thoughts when we actually got to Karratha, like how you felt about the joint, apart from being fucking hot?
Yeah, apart from it being hot. It was just tiny.
Yeah.
It was just so tiny.
Yeah.
A couple of shops and a pub and...
Caravan park.
Yeah. And yeah, apart from that, that was it. Until I started to get into sports and change my thinking, and yeah, but it goes back to the same thing. I wanted one thing, Dad wanted the other.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just clashed constantly.
Now, I think our first place was Palusi Way.
Yeah.
The first thing I remember was just red. Like everything was red.
Yeah.
Red dirt as far as the eye could see. That first house we had, our backyard sort of had a chicken wire fence, so you could see everything behind you. And we had no houses behind us, so it was just like the chicken wire fence, then a bunch of red dirt, then a big, like, winding road. I'm not even sure which road it is. So there was our fence, red dirt, a road, and then just nothing.
It was a Balmoral Road?
Might have been, yeah, the one that the caravan park was on.
Yeah.
And that kind of swung all the way around the back.
Yeah.
And I just remember looking in the backyard, and our backyard was just all red dirt, and then a fence, and then red dirt, then a road, then red dirt, then hills that are all made of red dirt. And I just remember thinking, far out, man.
Yeah.
What is this place?
Yeah.
This felt like we landed on Mars.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And nobody was there. Like,
no.
we had no friends, no family.
No.
It was just like, plonk, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the backstory, obviously, is that Dad was working on the Burrup Peninsula, part of the iron ore project up there.
Yeah.
And I think he was doing FIFO from Perth. And then at some point, he just kind of said, this is a pretty good place to raise the kids. Let's bring them up.
Yeah.
And then, and there we were, plonked in the middle of the Pilbara.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It was pretty confronting.
And your school life didn't change much from Girraween to Karratha. You still fucking hated it.
Still hated it.
Still hated it.
But I did do better.
Yeah.
I did do better than I did in Girraween. Yeah, that's for sure.
Were you leaving any friends behind in Perth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had quite a few friends. Yeah. That's probably why I was a bit upset leaving.
Oh, yeah. Did you have a best friend that you can remember?
Yeah, Aaron Norby, his name was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went through, we done year 4. Was it year 4? Yeah, it would have been year 4. He'd just moved there as well at that point. So, yeah, and we become really good friends, yeah.
Yeah.
Played footy together, cricket. Yeah.
And then once we hit Karratha, did you find it easy or difficult to make friends?
I found it probably easier, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there was a lot, for a small town, there was a lot of sports going on. And, yeah, that's what I liked about it.
That's all we had to do up there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, shit, if you weren't in a boat or fishing off land or at the beach, there was nothing to do other than play sport.
No, absolutely nothing.
I mean, when we moved up there was only one channel on TV.
Yeah.
It was the ABC.
Yeah.
We didn't get GWN until
a few years later.
a few years after.
Yeah.
That's another one of the memories. I remember watching GWN because I don't remember TV in Perth. I can only remember TV from Karratha.
Yeah.
So I remember the first time I saw ads on GWN, I was like, oh my God,
Yeah, same.
ads. I used to look forward to the ads
Yeah.
more than the TV show because it was just such a unique, novel thing for me to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I bloody remember the ABC, like there was no chance to watch TV sort of on the weekends, especially on a Sunday. I think Sunday it would be the news, and then it would be some current affair type of show. And then on Sunday nights you had the opera. And that went for about 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
And so just forget about TV on those nights.
Yeah.
And the old man would just hog. He'd watch like 2 or 3 sets of news shows in a row, and then like a current affair type show. And we just had no hope.
We had no hope of watching anything. Yeah.
So it was pretty much.
Except on a Saturday, they used to have footy on.
Yeah.
Waffle.
Yeah.
They used to have the waffle on ABC.
Tell me about your sporting life in Karratha.
I got really, really good at cricket. This is another reason why me and Dad clashed. I got offered a kind of a scholarship kind thing because I was playing men's cricket when I was 14.
Yeah.
So I got really good at it. And it was a 6-week during the holidays.
Yep.
Dad just wouldn't let me go because my reports weren't up to standard. And yeah, I hated him for it.
Yeah.
I absolutely hated him for it. And yeah. So that's another reason why I took off.
All right. Well, we can just jump straight to that, man. So tell us about what happened. So you obviously ran away.
I got my report the day before.
So you were 14?
Yeah. I was year 10.
So 14, which would have made me 9, and that would have been 1986.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'd moved to Karratha toward the end of 83, and by 86 you'd run away.
Yeah. It was I seen my report and they were nearly all Fs, and I knew Dad was just gonna kill me.
Yeah.
I just knew it. And it was just a spare of the moment thing. I just said, stuff it. I just filled my school bag up with clothes and where I could fit in there, and took off and slept in parks, toilet blocks. Yeah. And then I met some mates who lived in Wickham, and yeah, they gave me a home for a while.
How long were you out on your own before you found your mates and actually got a roof over your head?
Probably 3 months, 4 months.
Gee.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible. It's horrible. Yeah. The amount of times I wanted to go home, well, I couldn't count them in my head.
So I know I'll just tell you what happened from my perspective over that time, because we shared a bedroom.
Yeah.
We were sharing a bedroom. Do you know how strange it is when you're 9 years old? I didn't understand any of the politics that was going on between you and Dad and you and Mum or whatever.
Yep.
you know how weird it is to be sharing a room with your brother at 9 and then
Mm,
one day he's just gone?
yeah.
And
It would have been yeah,
it was just so weird.
pretty weird for you.
Weird is probably the best. It wasn't even, it wasn't upsetting at first because I kinda didn't understand what was going on.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I remember the parents were kind of like I remember them getting in touch with the police, and
Mm,
they were calling people, calling friends or, um, and trying to mobilize, like, their own friends to get out and have a look,
yeah,
get out and look for you.
yeah,
Um, but I just remember kind of like the first night went, the second night went, a week had gone by. Um, I'm not sure how long it was before the police told us that they'd found you, but that you didn't wanna come home.
yeah, yeah. They did talk to me. Yeah,
And
yeah,
I it was so weird because to me, it felt like business as usual. It was just kind of like, okay, so Jamie's not home, not coming home, and, we just go on with our life. It was just so weird.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, I don't know. If I could turn back time, I probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
To be honest,
So the people that took you in Wickham, who were they? How did you know them?
I knew them from school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played sports with a lot of them, and yeah, I knew their mum and dads. Yeah,
And you just kinda said, "I've run away. Can I stay here?"
I just they just said, "Well, where you staying tonight?" And I said, "Oh, I don't have anywhere to stay." So they said, "Well, we got a room for you." And then, yeah,
And that
ended
was
up
it.
there 5 6 months, I think. And
'Cause
then mum started contacting me, and yeah, got me a Greyhound bus ticket, and I had to make a really quick decision.
oh, this was after we'd moved down to Perth.
Yeah, yeah,
So were mum and dad, in contact with you, like, because this obviously happened when you were 14.
yeah. Mum was,
It wasn't until you were nearly 18 that you would have moved down to Perth with us.
yeah,
So what happened in those years, in that 14 to 18? You stayed with those same people the whole time?
yeah, pretty much, yeah. Just partied.
So they sort of pretty much raised you.
Yeah,
Did
pretty much.
you Were you still going to school, or was
Nah,
that was
nah,
over and done with?
that was over and done with.
So you didn't go back to school after you were 14?
Nah,
Wow.
never went back.
Yeah, okay.
Never went back.
Don't you find it weird that you weren't forced to come back home?
Yeah,
'Cause I just
yeah,
like, now that I look back on it, I'm
I
like,
do.
man, 14 is so young
I know.
to be allowed to stay out, just to say,
Yeah,
I don't want to come back. Like normally the
yeah,
law would, at least until you're 16, would make you go back.
yeah. Well, I shit myself one day. They were coming into Karratha one day, and little did I know that Dad was home.
Yeah.
And yeah, knocked on the door, opened the door, and the old man staring straight at me, and my heart just sunk.
Now, for the
Yeah,
people that might be watching us talking here, um, we need to describe exactly why you were so scared of Dad. Like he was a pretty menacing
yeah,
figure when he
yeah,
wanted to be, like when he was
yeah,
angry.
yep.
Um,
Yeah, I was scared shitless of him. Yeah, I got that many hidings from him: cords, sticks, fists.
so Dad had been in the Vietnam War
Mm,
and had almost been killed himself.
mm,
Got shot several times, massive machete wounds
yeah,
to the arms. He's got completely lost one bicep,
yeah,
and he'd had Robert at that point. I think Robert was maybe 2 years old when he went to Vietnam,
yeah,
so none of us existed.
yeah.
I swear to this day that he would have been carrying so much trauma and
I
anger
know. I know.
from that war,
Yeah.
and he just never spoke.
No.
he just never spoke about it.
No.
And I think he just held all that in and just exploded regularly
Yeah, on us kids.
on everyone, man. He
Yeah,
used to get into
yeah.
fights with people like at the
Yeah,
drop
I
of a
know.
hat. I mean, I remember being in the car with him and, you know, somebody cuts him off or does the wrong thing and he's like chasing him
I
down,
know.
ready to rip him out of the
He
car.
had a really short fuse.
Oh, his temper was unbelievably short
Yeah,
and yeah, dynamite.
yeah.
The one lesson that I learned really, really quickly and young was like I just learned to follow his cues
Mm,
and like I just knew how to stay out of his way.
yeah.
But yeah, you didn't want to when the old man was on a warpath, you did not want to get in his way. Like
No, no.
yeah, he was quite.
Yeah, if you were in his way, yeah, you're gonna get it.
And if you fucked up, the one good thing about Dad was if you fucked up and you owned up to it,
Mm.
he'd still flog you, but it would be reduced a bit.
Yeah,
He'd take it a little bit easy on you. But if you didn't own up to what you'd done,
yeah.
you were going to cop it twice as bad.
That pissed him off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And as I recall, you a few times,
yeah, yeah.
did not own up.
No, I learned the hard way. Yeah.
Now, hey, I couldn't do this without talking about the totem tennis pole
Oh my gosh.
in the house.
Yeah.
Right. So I can't remember whether it was Christmas or New Year. It was some kind of holiday
I think
period
it was New Year's.
because the parents were out.
It was after Christmas. Yeah.
The parents were out somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. They were out at a party.
And me and you were home.
Yeah.
And we were wrestling.
We were rock and roll wrestling, yeah.
Yeah. Which, yeah, in the 80s, I mean, wrestling was massive, like just massive. I was just a WrestleMania like freak.
Yeah.
And we weren't like nothing was aggressive. We were actually just having fun.
No.
Wrestling around. Obviously, you're a lot bigger and older than me at the time, so you picked me up and body slammed me into the space just behind the front door.
Yeah.
And then
crack.
Instantly, like I felt my bum go through the wall, and I'm like, "Oh, this doesn't feel good at all."
All I felt was danger.
Yeah. And I remember, like, you putting me down on the floor, and we both kind of turned around, and looked at this hole, and just the dread that was in both of our faces at the time. It was just like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
What are we going to do about this, man? Like, I don't have the skills to fix this problem. Like, what are we going to do? So then, being the good big brother that you are, you got myself and you together and we started to nut out how we were going to explain this.
Yeah.
So what was your awesome idea?
That I put this little tiny totem pole through the wall, the hole was this big.
I don't think my bum was that big.
No.
Maybe that big.
Yeah, it was ridiculous though. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Not believable.
So I think the plan was to say that we had been we'd heard the phone ring. I think that was the plan.
Yeah.
We were carrying the pole through the house, the phone rang, and then we were surprised. So we swung around to see what the sound was. And then, this little 1-inch diameter totem pole made this 14-inch diameter hole in the plaster.
Yeah. It was pretty stupid.
I can't remember who rang. We knew where they were because we rang them.
Yeah, I rang them.
And then it was like, come home. There's a problem.
Yeah. Big hole in the wall. How'd you do it? Totem pole. Bullshit.
So I remember you got taken down to be dealt with. And to be dealt with, I'm not sure what he whacked you with, but when he started on me, it was the totem tennis racket. So that plastic yellow like bat. But he knew that I didn't, well, not that I didn't do it because it was my ass, but he knew that I was hiding something because he kind of had me like over his knee and he had the bat up there and he's holding it and he's like, if you've got anything to say it now. And I'm like, I don't have anything to say. And then he just like, but he didn't hit it like full force.
Yeah.
And he just like hits me and I'm kind of like making it sound worse than what it is. So he might just kind of go easy on me. I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
And then he's going, if you've got anything to say. And he just kept saying it between each whack. And I caved.
Yeah, I knew you would have had to.
I caved.
I knew you would have had to.
And but I tried to like tell him, look, it was both of our stories. Jamie didn't do this to me. Like we both did it. You know, it was an accident. We weren't trying.
It's just that I didn't come out with the truth.
Yeah. And you were the older one.
That's what pissed him off.
But no, he knew I was covering for you.
Yeah.
Like he was all over it.
Yeah.
But another time I remember you getting flogged was that little outdoor, it was like a shed, but it was part of our house, but you can only access it through a door from the backyard.
Oh, yeah.
Like a utility closet type of thing. And I don't know what we had in that thing, but you'd been caught in there smoking.
Smoking, yeah. And the old man caught me. What in the bloody act?
All I remember was just hearing this thumping sound on the wall.
Because I checked his room first and he was snoring. I thought, I'm sweet. Go and have a smoke. And as soon as I got out there, lit the smoke up, he was right there on me.
So you must have only been like 12 or...
Yeah, I would have been 12. Yeah.
Jeez, you started early, eh?
Yeah. Started about 10 and a half, 11.
There are a lot of kids in Karratha smoking, obviously from a young age.
Yeah, heaps.
Yeah.
They all were.
It just never I never even thought about doing it, but my friends weren't doing it. It didn't cross my path, but yeah. From a young age, eh? Yeah. And after he'd finished beating the shit out of you, what did he make you smoke? Like the stereotypical smoke the full packet in front of him?
No, he just took the smokes.
Yeah. He took them for himself.
He just took them, yeah.
He definitely wouldn't have crushed them and put them in the bin.
And all Mum said to me was, no smoking today, Jamie. Yeah, okay, Mum.
Both of the parents were smokers as well. Yeah. They're both still pretty heavy smokers at that point.
That's why I thought it was okay for me.
Yeah. Now, the old man was smoking a lot of weed. I just remember it always being there. Yeah. I never was curious about weed. I never thought it was this bad thing because the old man got an ounce every fucking week. It didn't. Back in those days, he got paid in an envelope, cash. Yeah. And I remember he'd usually come home on payday with what was left in the envelope and an ounce of weed. Yeah. It's just how it was in the house. And his little orange grinding tool.
Yeah, I remember that.
The little Mullo-matic, I used to call it.
Yeah.
And he just used to make these crazy bomber joints. We used to.
Oh, yeah, they were like that big.
They were as big as a cigar.
Yeah.
Like real big, fat things.
Yeah.
And so did you ever nick any?
Me and Brett did.
Yeah.
Me and Brett did. And Brett, we had a few tokes one night and Brett just freaked out.
Yeah.
He started getting all paranoid and shit. And I said, I'm fucking out of here. See you later. You can deal with this shit on your own.
Greening out.
Yeah.
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 So you guys would do it, or you would try and steal it often?
Yeah.
Because he would often like put his joints to the side and kind of forget about it.
He'd have like 3 or 4 roaches in the ashtray.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like he was going to miss it.
And you were doing that from a young age as well.
Yeah.
So I'm getting this picture now of you've moved up to Karratha, you've left all your friends behind. You're at school, you're not really enjoying it, you're not doing well. Because you're not doing well at school, the old man's coming down on you really hard. You're kind of acting out, smoking weed.
Yeah.
What about drinking? Had drinking started at all?
I drank a lot.
Yeah.
I drank a lot when I was a kid. Yeah.
Like with your friends or?
Yeah, with my friends. I remember going to a blue light disco one night. Went to a blue light disco. Pretty stupid blue light disco. The police run it.
Yeah, yeah.
And we had a bottle of Southern Comfort and I just sculled half a bottle of it.
Ooh,
and
a lot of people that had a hard time on Southern Comfort.
And an hour later I was just finished. I was spewing up in the gymnasium, and
Yeah.
yeah, they called the cops, and yeah, took me home. Got a hiding for that the next day. I had my grand final the next day, actually. Woody grand final.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to let me play,
Jeez.
but he did in the end because
Yeah.
mum forced him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can I ask you a pretty broad question? Like, you obviously had a hard time in those years.
Yeah.
Like, I guess you're sort of 10 to 14 years while you were still with us. Did you love mum and dad?
God, I did love mum and dad, yeah.
Yeah. So
I did.
it was hard for you, but you still had the
Yeah.
feelings?
Yeah. Yeah, I loved them. I did.
Because I'm guessing, I'm just guessing, you can tell me otherwise, but it wouldn't just be all hard. I mean, there would have been love in between
Oh, yeah.
the hard as well,
Of course.
coming from them.
I had some great times with dad and mum. And yeah, like the guilt I carried running away from home, that stayed with me. It stayed with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's painful. Yeah.
It's life
It
though,
was it
man.
was painful in my 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I
So,
wasn't really part of the family.
yeah.
And yeah,
So let's backtrack just a little bit further. Robert. So my understanding is that Robert ran away as well
he did.
when he was what,
16.
16?
Yep.
So I would have been 5 years old, and this happened in Perth, right?
Yep. Yeah, in Perth.
So whatever happened with that? I don't really know too much about that.
He started doing breaks, bottle shops, cigarette shops.
Oh, he was breaking in.
Yeah, he went to Longmore.
Yeah,
Ended up
right.
going to Longmore, and Dad wouldn't get him out.
Yeah, okay.
And
But that's like a youth detention center.
yeah, for kids. Yeah, and yeah, all I remember is Mum and Dad arguing constantly.
Was he doing it with other people, or
Yeah, mates.
so he had a group that
A
he was
few
doing it with?
mates. Remember, one of his mates died. Actually,
Okay,
a drunk driver bloody hit him.
really?
Killed him.
Gee.
Yeah.
So Robert was getting. Oh man, the old man must have been beating him, man, over that.
Oh yeah.
Can't imagine him putting up with that.
Nah. Dad hated stealing.
Oh yeah.
He hated stealing more than anything.
Yeah, I do remember that actually. He there were a lot of sins that he could let go through to the keeper.
Yeah,
But
that wasn't one of them.
stealing was not one of them,
No.
man.
No,
Yeah.
no. And yeah, I actually cried for Rob. Yeah.
So then, well, after a few stays in detention, Rob just decided, fuck it, I'm out of here.
After about a week, Dad ended up bailing him out. Yeah, came home and he was on home detention. And yeah, but him and Dad's relationship was never the same.
Yeah.
Never the same.
So Robert never moved back in with us after he ran away.
He did when we were in Karasa.
Yeah.
He did for a bit. These little, was it Cortina? Remember we used to bloody push him out of the bog all the time? I don't know if you remember.
I seem to remember the whole pushing thing, but I think I was too young.
He used to get us to bloody get him out of his bogs.
So he ran away when I was 5. So we only must have been in Perth for another year. So he's run away and we've taken off to Karratha without him.
Yeah.
And do you know what he did in that time? Because I know he ended up over in Queensland in the army.
In the army,
but that would have been a few years.
Yeah, it was a few years after that. I think he was just couch surfing in Perth, and
because he would have been with at this point.
Yeah, he was.
I'm wondering if he was staying with them. Don't know. Yeah, I don't really know much about it.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why I wanted to bring up Robert, because for you guys, Rob running away would have been the same kind of feeling I had when you ran away.
Yeah.
It's just strange, hey, when you grow up with this person and then one day they're just not there.
They're just gone.
And you're kind of like looking at your parents going, shouldn't we be doing something about this?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I was shocked that nothing was getting done. I just,
Yeah. And who knows if it was behind the scenes, but
yeah.
I mean,
The police did talk to me twice, I think it was. And I just explained the situation to them, and they said, well, if you don't want to go home, you don't want to go home.
Yeah. So it's fair to say we had a bit of a fractured family. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
I had one brother run away from home when I was 5, so I really didn't know him at all.
Yeah,
I had no real relationship with him that I can remember.
yeah,
And then I had a second brother run away from home when I was 9.
yeah,
So one out 5, one out 9. And we had this big family, like 4 boys, mum and
yeah.
dad, and then all of a sudden it's like mum and dad and 2.
Mm.
And then we moved down to Perth. Dad started working away, crazy swings.
Pakistan and Indonesia and all. Yeah,
And then it was just kind of me and mum.
yeah.
Like we'd even left Brett behind. So I just want to go back a little bit and just talk about your sporting life. You're pretty high up competitive wise.
Yeah.
You're playing in
Yeah,
high grades.
yeah, yeah. I won 3 premierships in footy.
What
Above,
what position were you playing in footy?
I was playing rover, swapping in forward pocket. Yeah. But I was better at cricket, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, much better at cricket.
and you were a keeper.
Yeah, keeper,
Cricket.
opening batsman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, loved cricket. Loved it. But he killed that dream. He killed my dream.
Yeah.
And yeah, I never really forgave him for it.
So what? Not enough support, or he kind of tied your sport too much to the school results.
Yeah.
Which obviously you were never going to put your effort in with school.
No.
Which meant in his
No.
eyes, kiss
No.
goodbye to sport.
I remember Mum trying to tell him, Jim, why don't you just let him do what he wants to do? Why don't you just let the boy do what he wants to do? Right?
So once you'd run away from home, were you still playing sport?
Yeah. In Wickham, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing footy, cricket, even got into a bit of rugby. Yeah. Just any sports really I loved.
Yeah.
Just as long as I was playing sports, yeah, I was happy.
I mean, you love sports so much, you'd play it in our backyard by yourself.
Yeah.
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 I remember one day, me and Brett were in our bedroom. So we had a window that looked out into the backyard, and Brett had pulled the curtain back. He's like, Clay, come here. And we pulled the curtain back, and we're watching you play footy by yourself.
Yeah.
So you'd set up goals up one end of the yard and then goals up another, and you would like run the ball down, kick a goal up that end, and then you'd go behind the goalposts and you'd do the umpire's thing, and then you'd like kick the ball into yourself and then run upfield, and you'd be like, like making the crowd noise, and then go kick it up the other end.
Yeah, yeah. I had a pretty good sense of humour. And yeah.
So when was your first experience with harder drugs? Was that in Wickham? Did you get into anything hard there?
Not really, no. It was just mainly pot and bit of hash, alcohol. I didn't start to get into the hard stuff until I actually met Emily.
Not that we're blaming her, of course.
No, she didn't get me into it.
It was just that time.
Yeah.
So
I just got offered it and I said, yeah. And that was meth. Not meth, it was speed back then.
Yeah. So let's just go back quickly for a second. We moved down to Perth. Mum and Dad moved us to Perth when I was 12. So you would have been 17. By this point, you'd already been living out of home for 3 years.
Yeah.
Do you remember, did Mum and Dad consult you and tell you that we were moving?
Mum did.
And gave you the option of coming with us?
Yeah.
And you said no?
Yeah. I said no at first.
Yeah, because you didn't come with us at first, I know.
No, I didn't come at first. No. I thought I'd let you go and then I'd make up my mind later on.
So we left Brett behind.
Yeah.
Brett had just secured an apprenticeship
Mm.
with Woodside. Definitely nothing you could leave behind.
Nah.
And if you're interested in doing a trade, I mean, Perth is not the place for you to be doing that. You do it in Karratha. Um, so I just felt it was just Perth to me was just the weirdest. Like that first year was the weirdest fucking time of my childhood growing up because, well, how many years earlier? So you're looking at like 6, 7 years earlier. We had 4 boys and mum and dad,
Yeah.
and then we moved down to Perth, and it's just me and mum.
Mm.
And I was just like,
Mm.
how is this even possible?
Yeah.
Because like dad had got a job, I think it was Indonesia at that point. He was working on a gold mine, doing a lot of the electrical supervision or
Mm.
whatever the deal was for him.
Yeah.
Not sure if he's a project manager or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, and he was doing 6 weeks away, 1 week home. So it was pretty much just me and mum.
Yeah.
And much like you were saying, when you moved up to Karratha from Perth, had to leave all your friends behind, everything, you'd cry. I used to cry every night, man.
Yeah.
I had a Walkman and I had a whole bunch of songs that I'd recorded from the top 40. I just copied my favorite songs onto a tape.
Yeah.
And I used to play Johnny Diesel's Crying Shame like
Oh,
over and over
nice
and
song.
over and over and over. And I just remember thinking, how could you guys do this to me? Like, I was a popular kid in
Mm.
Karratha. We were just about to start high school. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? When you're about to start high school, you need to have your friend group already set, ready to go
Of
because
course.
it's like a fucking gladiatorial pit high
Yeah.
school. You know what I mean? You need your crew.
Yeah.
And I had my crew and I was popular.
Yeah.
And then we moved down to Perth, like literally just before high school. And I've got to start from scratch. Um, and just try and scrounge some friends together before I fucking go to high school.
Yeah.
And we'd left you behind, we left Brett behind, and I just didn't understand it. I just didn't understand anything that was going on. I
Yeah.
just thought the whole thing was just crazy. And so yeah, you were doing your thing, still living in Wickham. Brett was living in the house that we just vacated. Robert, by this point, was probably in Queensland,
Mm.
in the army.
Yeah.
Did you, in those years, that sort of 3 years between when you ran away and when we moved back to Perth, were you in contact with Brett at all, or that had nothing?
On and off I was because a few of my mates in Wickham, they were doing apprenticeships as well.
Yeah,
It was Woodside. So they knew Brett.
yeah.
Yeah, and Brett used to ask him how I was doing and
Did you ever come and visit us?
no,
You never came back to the
no,
house.
no.
Yeah,
Not only that once when I didn't know Dad was there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I don't remember. Basically, I don't remember seeing you
No.
um, after that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we moved down to Perth. What Mum had been in contact with you over the phone, like trying to
Yeah.
convince you to come back.
Yeah. 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 One thing I always tried to do is try to convince Mum that it wasn't her fault
Yep.
because it wasn't her fault. You know, she wasn't the one bloody belting me. She wasn't the one whipping me. She wasn't the one I was shit scared of. Yeah.
So it was pretty much the main motivating factors for you were your fear of Dad and him taking your sport away from you.
Yeah. 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 Once he took the sport away from me, we just had nothing. We just had nothing.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to be there anymore.
So how did those conversations with Mum go when she eventually convinced you to come back? Did it take a lot?
It took a lot. It took a lot. It took probably about a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took about a year. But she was, you know what Mum's like. She's not the most, she was never the most loving, cuddle woman
Yeah.
in the world. But she, yeah, yeah, she let me know I was loved and, yeah, tried to convince her it wasn't her fault. You know? And I did it for her. I only did it for her.
So you thought, we'll give it a go.
Yeah.
So you jump on the Greyhound bus, you come down to Perth. I remember going to pick you up,
Yeah.
and it had been so long since I'd seen you. I was just shocked that you were like the size of a man now.
Mm.
I just remember looking at you just going, he's not my little,
Mm.
not that you were my little brother, but you're not my small
Yeah.
brother anymore.
Yeah.
I just remember looking at you just thinking, this is so weird. You're like a grown man. You got stubble and
Mm.
you're big, and
Yeah.
it was just so bizarre.
And I left a bit behind as well. I had a steady girlfriend I'd been going with for 2 years. That hurt leaving her. But yeah.
You break up or?
We decided to try the long distance thing, didn't work.
Yeah, those don't work.
Don't work.
Those never work.
Don't work. It lasted about 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
That's about 2 weeks longer than my long distance relationship lasted when I tried it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they never work.
Nah.
Just too much distance. Yeah.
And that's the thing about love. You've got to be present.
Mm.
You have to. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're really strong, like you can survive it in stretches, but not full time.
No, you can't do it.
So we'd built our house in Balladura,
Yeah.
and we'd probably been living in Perth maybe a year when you came back to live at home. So I would have been about 14 by this point, and you would have been sort of 19.
Yeah, 19, 20. Yeah.
And I'm going to say you lived with us for a year. Was it more or less than that?
Probably about a year. It would have been about a year. Yeah.
And how did you feel about that year?
One thing that did happen is my relationship with Dad did improve.
Yeah.
But because all them things weren't in the way anymore, the sports and, schooling. So, yeah, we started to form kind of a relationship.
Yep.
Mm.
And were you working at the time?
Yeah, I was working at a fabrication place. The fencing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have a car while you were with us or not?
No.
You didn't have your license at
No,
that point?
I didn't have a license.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing I remember about us, me and you, at that point in time is that we had a real, like, all or nothing type of relationship.
Mm.
It was either we were fighting like cats and dogs, or we were just getting along like the best friends ever.
Mm. Mm.
There was no sort of in the middle.
No.
It was always, it was either fighting, which we did a lot, and you'd win because you were a man. It was fighting, or we'd be watching sport together.
Yeah.
And just talking shit.
Yeah.
I remember watching heaps of footy with you, man, like heaps of footy.
Yeah.
And you would do cool shit like, Mum would never like allow me to buy a lot of junk food because I was a fat little turd. So we'd be watching sport and you'd be like, want a packet of Burger Rings? And I'd be like, yeah. And you're like, tell you what, get on your bike. Here's some money. If you go and get me X, Y, and Z, you can get yourself a pack of Burger Rings. And I used to love, like, every time we watched sport together, I'd just be waiting for you to make an offer to me. And of course, you were using me to get my ass out on the bike and get you stuff. But I didn't see it that way. I saw it as, he's going to give me money to buy stuff. Like, otherwise, I'm not going to get it. Like, Mum won't let me have it.
No.
Yeah,
she was too strict on you with food.
Well, she had to be because my weight was kind of blowing out.
Yeah.
For a while there when I was younger, because I'd quit Taekwondo by that point. When we moved down to Perth, I just lost all interest in everything for a while there. I was so pissed off at Mum and Dad for moving me. That lasted for a long time.
Yeah.
But and then I just quit everything. I just quit Taekwondo. Mum and Dad were like, "You're a black belt. Like, what are you doing?" And I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore.
You were really good at Taekwondo.
Yeah. I was a black belt. I'd been in heaps of tournaments and I was good, but I wasn't interested anymore. Like, I'd lost that passion. I everyone in the dojo in Karratha. Like I knew everyone really well. I had my reputation. I was a mentor for the younger kids. I was,
Yeah.
helping out a lot with the training as well.
Yeah.
And when I kind of lost that structure, I was like, no, don't want to bar it. And then my weight ballooned because I just wasn't doing anything physical.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hadn't quite started playing basketball yet, but
Yeah.
I'd quit taekwondo. But
Mm.
yeah, so your year with us, one thing I do remember as well is you had a lot of anger, like in the pit of your stomach. Like you would lash out and you would get really fiery really quick. I guess we carry that short temper in our genes, but
Mm.
you'd obviously had a lot of built up trauma
Mm.
from your childhood and your teenage years.
Yeah.
And I just remember you and mum sometimes just fighting like absolute cats
Yeah.
and dogs.
She kicked me out a few times.
Yeah.
Mm. I went and stayed with Nan for a short time. That didn't work. Did not work.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Um, you,
She just didn't have the love for me that she had for her other grandkids.
she didn't have the love for any of
I know.
mum's
I know.
kids. Maybe Robert for a while
Yeah.
when he was younger.
Yeah.
But I could be totally off base with this, totally off base. But I know that there was a lot of racism in that era, like in Nana's era, toward wogs,
Yeah.
because the wogs were coming over and the wogs were basically treated the same as any person of color. Like, and obviously mum's very dark, like she's Sicilian. The Sicilians are quite dark skinned.
Yeah.
And you've taken more after her than the other boys did.
Yeah.
But I absolutely believe that Nana was racist.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Against mum.
I do too.
And didn't treat us the same way as the other kids.
No.
Because we were the little wog.
Yeah.
We were the little wog kids.
Yeah.
That's just my feeling.
I agree. Totally agree.
I could be totally off base, but that's how I feel about it. I never felt any love ever from Nana, and that really pissed me off because Nonna, on the other hand,
totally different.
She was just overbearingly loving, and she couldn't speak English, but you felt it. Like, she made you feel loved, and just never felt that from Nana.
No.
So that year that you were living with us, were you hanging out with our cousin?
Yeah, I was a bit. Yeah.
Now, the reason I asked that is because was quite obviously doing a lot of drugs. Had you started doing anything with?
Yeah, I was doing a bit with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we used to spend a lot of time with them. And my biggest memory of is that would try and come in ninja style toward the end of a night. And we stay there till ages, me and mum just talking shit about the rest of the Reids.
Yeah.
And would like creep in and he'd be obviously trying to get to his room to get a stash of whatever, clothes or food or drugs or whatever.
Yeah.
And he'd sneak in and had those fucking radar ears, man.
Yeah.
He'd be like, is that you?
Yeah.
Get out here. And used to love like publicly humiliating him.
Yeah.
He loved like hauling him over the coals. And he was never going to let him get away with just rolling in and getting what he needs and fucking off again. So he used to come in and we'd get him out in front of us and he'd be like, look at you. Look at your eyes. You're on bloody drugs again. You're a bloody junkie. And he'd just like full on rip into him.
Yeah.
I didn't really have any reference for drugs at that point. I didn't know what they were. I mean, apart from pot. All I remember about was that he just looked fried all the time.
I know.
His eyes were just freaking ginormous, and he'd just be speaking 100 miles an hour, like chewing gum, and would just rip into him. But that was my first real exposure to speed.
Yeah.
Before then, I didn't know what speed was. I mean, nobody I knew in my life was doing it. I don't remember ever being around in Karratha. I'm sure it was, but certainly nobody in my life.
Wasn't around much in Karratha.
Yeah.
To be honest. Yeah.
It is now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's everywhere now, but
Yeah.
so do you kind of remember getting amongst it? Was he the kind of first experience? Well, I guess
He probably was one of my first, getting on the real hard stuff. He introduced me to cocaine.
Oh, he was doing other stuff too, was he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He was already on pot. He was already drinking every day. And, got me onto the bloody speed and, yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he was getting it off Uncle. But
yeah,
our lovely Uncle, who was a drug dealer at the time.
yeah.
I didn't realize he was doing other stuff as well. So he was getting you to do other stuff. Did you ever do anything like fucking heroin or anything to that extent?
I'd never ever done heroin.
Yeah.
Never done heroin.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yep.
Certainly got no interest in that myself.
No. It's one drug I never touched was heroin.
Yeah.
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 Just too easy to kill yourself.
Yeah.
Mm.
So when you were doing speed, how were you guys doing it? Were you snorting it or injecting it?
We were snorting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, until I got a bit older and a bit more experienced and, then I started shooting it up.
Snorting wasn't quite enough.
No.
So, all right. So you're back with us for that year or so. Do you reckon part of the reason why, like, how often were you doing drugs back then? Was it kind of like an every weekend thing?
Whenever I could.
Yeah.
Whenever I had the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if I had some money, I'd go and get some. Yeah.
Do you remember what the reason was that you moved out for good? Was it mum kicked you out?
Yeah, that was half the reason. Yeah, that was half the reason. The other half was I just wanted to live my life. Just didn't. Me and mum were at each other's throats every day by then, and
you didn't want to be told what to do. Just
no,
go out and
party. I was in my party years, and
So once you left our house, where did you go from there? Did you go back to Karratha?
No, never went back.
Didn't you? You never went back?
Never ever went back. No. I went to Nana's to stay for a while, and then I ended up going back on the streets in Perth, which was just horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible again. It was bad enough in Karratha, but it was 10 times worse in Perth.
Yeah.
And lonely times. Yeah. Getting bloody, I remember getting bashed a few times, laying there asleep, getting bashed. People trying to freaking rob you with something you haven't got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously you weren't working at this point?
No.
And you'd fully just resigned yourself to a life on the street?
Yep.
You're doing a fair bit of drugs?
Yeah, doing heaps of drugs.
Yeah.
Heaps of pot, heaps of alcohol. And then I met Emily.
Yeah.
Which was probably greatest blessing of my life. Yeah.
So how old would you have been then?
I would have been 21. She would have been 18. Maybe 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where did you guys meet? How did you guys
meet? We met at we went at a bar in Perth, actually. I used to know her brother.
Yeah.
Well, I was friends with her brother. I used to score off him. And he introduced us one night, and started off from there.
And you haven't been separated since?
No.
21.
Well,
21, and now you're 53.
Yep. So 32 odd years we've been together.
That's pretty crazy.
It is. Only been married since 2017, but been together for 30 odd years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't have asked for a better woman. Couldn't have.
Yeah, she looks after you, mate.
Yeah, she does.
So did you corrupt her straight away into your ways, or this took time?
Took time.
Yeah.
Took some time.
So you were still fully into your
Yeah.
drug party phase, but she wasn't?
No, she wasn't fully into it then. She was into pot, mainly pot and alcohol, but she wasn't a hard drug user.
And that didn't affect you guys together?
It did affect me when she first asked me if she could have some.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Didn't like it at all. But she said, well, you're doing it. No? I want to have fun too.
I know exactly what you're saying though, because I remember when I was doing, when I just started doing drugs with my ex-girlfriend, she'd been doing them for maybe a year or two before me.
Yeah.
And because I was I was a bouncer, I didn't have my weekends free to do the drugs. So she was kind of like, we'd basically be together during the week. And then on the weekends, she'd go off with her mates and do drugs and I'd work.
Yeah.
And then when I stopped doing that job, just slowly started getting introduced to the drugs as well. And there's just something really different between like me doing it to my body and destroying myself and then watching the woman that I love doing it.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I actually saw my ex do speed in front of me. I remember just feeling all kinds of weird feelings. Like I should not be watching this. Like you should not be doing this.
Yep.
I don't give a shit about myself. I'll do whatever. I'll do whatever I want to myself. It's never really bothered me, but just watching her do it was just a whole different feeling.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely know how you feel about that.
Yeah. I just don't think it suits. I don't think it suits women.
No, it's not ladylike. It's
No.
not. And yeah, I mean, that might sound quite bad coming out of the mouth of a man, but yeah, to me, drugs always felt like a real kind of dirty thing.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to dirty up the girl that I loved.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of weird feelings. But to be honest, mate, after a while, if you're in the thick of it, you kind of do get numb to it after a while.
Oh, yeah.
You do kind of accept that they're doing it and what they look like when they're doing it.
For sure.
So it took you, what, a year or two to sort of corrupt her?
Yeah. And still just didn't like it. Yeah, didn't like it, but I couldn't stop her by then.
Yeah.
By her using after probably 3 or 4 months, she was hooked.
Yeah.
She was hooked.
And you guys were still snorting at this stage?
No, we were shooting up.
You were shooting up?
Well, yeah, just shoot up by then.
So what age group are we kind of talking about here?
I would have been in my early 20s, probably 22, 23 when I started shooting up.
Yeah, that's full on.
Yeah.
What do you remember the first time you did it and how you felt?
Shooting up?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a lot bigger buzz than snorting.
Did you feel, I don't know, guilty or dirty about what you were doing? Were you scared to do it?
Yeah, I was, yeah. I used to be shaking every time I bloody go and inject her.
Did somebody like guide you through the process or talk you into it?
One of her cousins did.
Yeah.
One of her cousins did, yeah. He just showed me once how to do it and, yeah. So there's your vein, there's the needle.
And you just thought, if it's going to get me more high for less, it's just economical to do it that way.
But I didn't realise the more you have, the more you want.
Yeah. I think that's the big difference. Like I never injected, and I think that probably stopped the addiction from really like snowballing.
Yeah.
Because once you start injecting, the addiction fully starts then.
You're fully addicted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so your life pretty much from your early to mid-20s just became all about finding drugs, doing drugs?
From early 20s to probably my late 30s, I was doing drugs.
Yeah.
Hard drugs.
So, but your relationship was still
we were still
working.
We were still strong as a couple.
Yeah. Were you living together?
Yeah. We always had a house. we didn't always live well,
Yep.
but we survived.
You lived well enough to have drugs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And obviously you weren't working.
No. So I would have been about 33 once I started truck driving.
I was going to say you were truck driving for a
Yeah.
while there, hey? It would have been so hard to keep a job, though.
It was.
Yeah.
And it was hard to protect it from all my workmates,
Yeah.
my bosses.
Oh, it's impossible.
They all knew.
Yeah.
They all knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just a matter of time before I made a big bloody mistake, and that was the end of it.
Or you just don't show up to work.
Yeah.
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 It's hard to be reliable.
Yeah. Yeah. I was showing up 1 week out of 2. Yeah. That's what got me the arse in the end.
So I remember those years. I don't really remember seeing you much. Just very intermittent. Usually if somebody passed away or whatever the case was. But yeah, you were just kind of like really in and out of my life. And I mean, you could tell like it was just really obvious that you were right in the thick of drug addiction.
Yeah.
Just very scattered and you just definitely weren't yourself.
No.
Were you, it's a weird question to ask, but were you happy at all at any point in those years? Did you have any happiness?
Not really. Not really.
This is what
I tried to be happy.
Yeah.
But because you're always chasing, it's just hard. Yeah. It's just hard to be happy all the time.
It must be hard when, you know, you're addicted to drugs, you're going through these issues, but you've also got somebody next to you that you love. So there's that part of your life that's good.
Yeah.
But yet you can't find happiness. And you're trying to do drugs. So I guess at that stage, you're not really trying to do it to be happy. You're just doing it because you have to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, to me in the end, it was just a medicine. Yeah. It was just a medicine to me.
So it was just ice you were doing?
Yeah. Ice.
You weren't combining it with other stuff?
No. It's just the ice.
Do you remember when everything shifted from speed to ice? Because I remember it really clearly.
Oh, yeah, I kind of do. Yeah. And it got really, it really scattered your brain a lot worse than...
We were doing quite a bit of speed. We were probably doing it maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And it was like the consistency of Play-Doh. It was a bit clumpy, yellowish in texture. We used to call it dead ant because it's kind of like...
Yeah, that's what we used to call it too.
Yeah, and it kind of looks like if you squashed a whole bunch of ants, it'd be that sort of texture. And then I remember one day our dealer gave us, like we'd bought X amount for the group. The dealer gave it to us and he's like, now look, don't be concerned by the way it looks. It looks like salt, but it's not. It's just this new form of rock speed. And at that point, ice wasn't even a word that we used to describe it. So we just used to call it rock.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I got it, it was just literally like big chunks of ice, big chunks of salt. And I said to the guy, how the fuck are we supposed to snort this? And he's going, oh, you got to really crush it good. And we'd never done that with speed before. We just like lined it up with our credit cards or whatever.
Yeah.
So this time we had to get somebody's lighter and like bash it inside of the bag that it came in to crush it. And I remember like lining it up and it actually fluffed out to be a fair bit. Like it was just kind of one big rock. And by the time we crushed it, it was like a lot of lines.
Yeah.
And the first line I did, it felt like sandpaper going up my nose and my eyes just started watering like crazy. And then once it hits your mucus and you just get that river of like chemical going down your throat, I just remember just being like, oh my God, this is something really different. And then like within 15 seconds, I was just like buzzing out of my brain. It was like speed on steroids. I'd never felt anything like it. And I just had this rumbling feeling in my belly, like real primal, like a fucking lion.
Yeah.
And it was just like an earthquake. And I just had to like have an outlet. And the only thing near me was my mate's weightlifting bench. And I just, rah, and I just like screamed and just went and ran underneath the barbell. And I was just like, bah, 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 bah. And I just pumped out like, I don't know how many reps on this barbell. I just had this explosion of energy and adrenaline.
Yeah.
And like I pumped out all these reps and then I got off the bench and I just stood up and I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
I just screamed.
Yeah.
And then I just said to my mate, this is a game changer, man. What the hell is this?
Yeah.
But it never just became speed, never became ice after that. It kind of took a while to sort of fully take over. So we'd buy one batch, it'd be speed. We'd buy another batch, it'd be ice, or we were calling it rock. And then it just kind of went like that for a while.
Yeah.
Until it would be ice, 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 not ice, ice baby.
Yeah.
It'd be ice, 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 speed, ice, 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 speed.
Yeah.
And then it just became, we couldn't get speed anymore. And ice was just it.
Yeah.
And I was actually enjoying my speed. I don't know how that sounds to the viewers, but I was actually enjoying my speed. At that point in time, it wasn't a real problem for me and it wasn't costing me a lot.
Yeah.
Not monetarily wise. It wasn't costing me any relationships. It wasn't costing me work or study. We were just having a great time, just doing a lot of it. When it changed to ice is when it all changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like our group started tearing each other apart.
Yeah.
And like I started to get super depressed, man. Like just super depressed.
Yeah.
Like the come downs were just horrendous. And
Yeah.
like my body would feel like shit. My mind would feel even worse. Ice is just a horrible, horrible thing that just rips you apart from every angle.
Yeah.
Which just makes, I can't believe you and Emily survived all of that.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd get out of it, to be honest. I didn't think we'd ever get out of it.
So you were doing it for an awfully long time, but you were saying you still managed to keep a roof over your head at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, we always had a house. As I said before, didn't live well, but we just managed to survive. Yeah.
When you were doing it, where would you go? Would you stay at home or would you go
do it
out
at home.
So just the two of yous?
Yeah. We'd just get our own gear, our own little. We'd spend probably $300 on it, and it'll last us a couple of days. And then you want more.
So how were you getting your money? Were you stealing? What were you doing?
No, I was actually working then. I was still truck driving. Yeah, until I got the arse. Yeah. But
I'm thankful I never stole, but I did sell a bunch of stuff. I basically sold everything.
We sold everything we owned in the house.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, I got to the point where I even sold all of my CDs. It was all I had left. I had nothing else left, and I was selling them to cash converters for like $1 or $2 each.
Yeah.
And my whole collection, and you know how much I love music, and I just lost everything. And when it got to that point, I was like, I don't give a shit. I just don't care. I was doing some cash in hand work for Eileen's grandma, for Eileen's mum, sorry. And yeah, she'd pay me cash in hand. So I'd go over her place, do 4 hours of gardening. I think she'd give me $100 and then I'd just go straight to my dealer. So yeah, I suppose all your crazy stuff really happened while you're out in the street more so than when you were together.
Yeah.
I guess even though you were doing a lot of drugs together, you've got some consistency, I suppose, hey?
Yeah. Yeah.
In each other.
Yeah. But just finding a way out was just so hard. So bloody hard.
Yeah. So did you try to clean yourself up
Yeah.
during those years?
Did a few times. Didn't work. All they offered you back then was drug counselling.
Yeah.
And that done nothing.
Yeah.
Done absolutely nothing.
So how old were you when Dad died?
42 I would have been, yeah.
42, which would have made me 37.
Yeah, 42 I would have been.
And you were still doing a fair few drugs then as well.
Yeah, still on the drugs.
So I guess we'll skip through to Dad. When do you remember hearing about him having cancer?
I got a phone call from Auntie Ann one day, actually, and she said, your father's had an operation. I said, oh, okay. What was that for? And she said, oh, he's got bowel cancer. And she said, it's not looking good. I said, oh, well, okay.
I'm wondering if this was the operation where we came back into his life, because
and I remember meeting you in the stair lift.
of the hospital.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Mm.
But I don't know how many years you had not talking to Dad, but I had at least 4 or 5. Like for various reasons, we'd kind of gone our separate ways. I tried living with him. Like once him and Mum divorced, he just got like really low and really reckless. I mean, now that I'm a grown man, I can understand what it was that was happening at the time. Like he was fully depressed.
Yeah.
Alcoholic. I mean, it's pretty fair to say. I don't think I'm running his name through the mud by calling him an alcoholic. I think in his most honest moments, he would say the same thing. He was just drinking like crazy and just plastering himself like every night.
Yes.
And gambling, and just like he would hit the piss. And at the time when I was living with him, I was only like 21 or somewhere around there. And he would just saddle me with all of these real adult feelings and adult fucking. It was much too advanced for me at that point in time.
Yeah.
I was just young, trying to have fun, trying to live my life.
Yeah.
And he was just saddling me with like broken marriages and addictions and depression. And it was like, this is just too much for me, man. And then when he sensed that I couldn't understand what he was going through, he would lash out at me, get angry. And yeah, I just felt like I was getting sucked into a whirlpool. And after a year or two of that, I just kind of said, I've got to fucking get out of here. I've got to get out. And you know what Dad's like he holds grudges. So if you fuck up, if you test the loyalty, he'll write you off.
Yeah.
So I moved out, and then we had years not speaking to each other. And then I think I was, maybe I was with Tara, so I must have been about 25, 26, maybe 26. Brett called me. I was at work, and Brett called me. And I was like, this is very odd that he's calling me during the day. And he's like, oh, are you able to talk? I said, yeah. And he's like, oh, Dad's in hospital. He's getting cancer removed from his bowel. And I was just like, I just lost it. I was just like, fuck. And then there was just this, just instantly you just feel like that big. You're like, hang on a sec. So what was it we were fighting about? And why? And is it really that important? And yeah, so I went home. Work let me go home. And I got the information of where Dad was going to be at the hospital. And I went home. I put on Melissa from the Allman Brothers Band, which is the song that he tried to name me after until I popped out with a willy. So I went, put that on, and I just started typing a letter out to him because I thought I'm not going to be able to tell him everything I need to tell him.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you say to somebody? What do you say to your dad after 5 years? Hi, I'm here. Oh, this really sucks what's happening to you. So I thought I'll just write a letter. And yeah, I wrote him a letter. And then Tara said, don't go to the hospital until I get there, and we'll go together.
Yeah.
So she come home from work. We went to the hospital, and we got to the ward, and I could hear him talking before I got to the door. And I just kind of knocked on the door, and he turned around and looked at me, and it was just shock. Like you could just see just shock on his face. And he had Chunny, his wife, his Thailand wife there. And he just he didn't say anything. He just looked and was just stunned. And I just walked over to him and I just said, just don't say anything. I'll give you this letter. I'll leave the room and I'll come back in 10 or 15 minutes and then you can tell me what you think. So I left the letter with him. We went out and walked in the hallways for a little while. And I'm just like, man, this could go either way. Like it really could. I don't know what I was expecting. And then got into the room and he just had the letter like this and he was just looking at it and he was just nodding his head while he was looking at it. And then he just started very slowly but methodically folding it. Like he'd fold it and then he'd like crease the fold like that. And then he just kept nodding and then he'd fold it again and crease it and just kept nodding. And then he just held it like that for a bit. And then he just stood up and walked over to me and he just gave me a big hug and he just said, we don't have to talk about this anymore.
Wow.
He said, it's all done. It's all done.
It's good.
And I'm like, right, well, we got some introductions to do. This is my girl. I've been with her for a while. I live with her now. And he's like, oh, this is my wife. And yeah, so I met Johnny. He met Tara. And yeah, I think he lasted 9 years. 9 years after that date that he got, because the first surgery he had was to remove the initial bowel cancer, which by this point he said was as big as a mango. I think he said it was about 4 or 5 inches in diameter. Massive. I mean, how the fuck do you have a 4-inch tumor? And then his wife was telling me he never took care of himself. He had symptoms for a long, long time, didn't do anything about it. And I'm like, that stubborn old bastard. And it lasted 9 years. And from that moment on, I started praying, not that he would be healed, but that we would have enough time to heal our relationship. That's all I cared about at that point. Yeah, I just pray. I wasn't even religious in any sense, but I didn't want to get greedy. I thought if there is a God and he's going to help me, I don't want to ask for the world. I didn't want to get greedy. I just wanted to ask for enough time to fix it, to fix us. And the fact that I got 9 years, 9 years to fix it with Dad. He got to see me have kids. He got to see me build a house. He got to see me finally get my life together and get my career in order. Like, I can't complain.
No.
And you know what? It was from that moment that I thought, I think there is a God up there pulling the strings and sorting this out. Like,
of course.
There was no reason for him to last as long as he did.
No.
Because he was pretty far gone.
I know.
And he lasted 9 years, the old bugger.
His liver was shot.
Now that I think about it, I remember having a big night at their unit. You and Emily come over. And Brett was there.
I remember.
Yeah. We had a big night in the piss. I'm not sure whether you were on any other stuff, but I was getting really drunk over there. And me and Brett were crashing the night in the unit. And then at some point in the night, I pulled out my pipe and I had some cannabis and we started getting onto the pipe. And then his wife come out and saw what we were doing and just went wild. Hey. And then pretty sure, I'm more than pretty sure. I am sure she come out and started screaming at you because she thought you were the one bringing the drugs into the house. And I'm trying to say, no, it was me. And then you started getting really aggressive because you're getting attacked for no reason. And then you guys just start screaming at each other, you and his wife. And then you guys storm off in a huff. That, I reckon, between Dad getting the initial diagnosis and him actually passing away, I think that might have been the only time I saw you in that 9-year run.
Yeah, it probably was. We had a big blowout. It was the next week after that, I went over to see him.
Because she didn't like you, hey?
No, she didn't like me because she thought I was just feeding him alcohol, drugs, and what I was doing was sitting with him.
Yeah. I just don't think she was used to like the excess that our Reid family partakes in. Like,
she wasn't.
If we do something, we do it 110%, no matter what it is. I just don't think she was used to that.
No, she wasn't.
But yeah, she really took it out on you a lot.
Yeah, I know. we never. After that, we kind of repaired the relationship a little bit, but yeah, it was never like any closeness or anything. Yeah,
And mainly because she was trying to keep you away?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So can I just fast forward for a bit
Yeah,
to when Dad passed away? Do you remember how you found out?
yeah, I do. Brett rang me, and my bloody front end, one of my axles had gone in the car. I don't think Brett believed me, and I got a bit pissed off. I said, you can come and look, Brett. My car's buggered, mate. One of my axles are broken. And I ended up rocking up there the next day. And yeah.
Do you remember coming to the hospital? It was me, you, and Brett, and we hadn't seen Dad's body since he passed away.
Yeah.
And we went to the hospital, and they were going to arrange that we could go in and get a room where they'd wheel his body in, and we'd get to see him.
Yeah.
So, that memory is burnt into my retina. I'll never forget that day, and it felt like a basement. I know it wasn't a basement, but I'm pretty sure we went down.
Yeah, we did.
A lot of steps, like an elevator. We were like deep down into the bottom. Must be where the morgue is.
Yeah.
And they'd taken us into this room, and it was a bit higgledy-piggledy because they hadn't actually been preparing for us to see Dad. So they took him a little while, and they got him ready, and they wheeled him into this room. And I'll never forget me, you, and Brett with the door shut in this small little room, and Dad's body is just laying in front of us.
Yeah.
And
you still had blood and stuff coming out of his mouth.
I didn't really know what to do.
I didn't either.
It was a really strange moment.
Yeah.
Brett was kind of very reserved, very quiet.
Yeah.
I remember all I was doing is I was just like studying him, like, because it just didn't look like him anymore. I was looking at his face. I was looking at his skin, his nostrils, his capillaries. Then I was looking at his feet, and I remember at some point, I knew that he couldn't feel it, but I remember at some point I actually like grabbed his foot, and I kind of like started rubbing his foot, and it was just solid as a rock because he was frozen.
Yeah.
And I just remember studying him. Everything I could see, I was just studying. And I'll never forget this till the day I die. I looked over at you, and you had by this point rested your head on his chest, and you just kept saying over and over and over, "My dad, my dad, my dad, my dad." And I just remember looking at you, just going, "Man, like, you looked so hurt. Like, you just kept saying, 'My dad, my dad, my dad.'" Like you didn't know how to process it. Like all of these feelings, like for your whole life growing up, all of the tension, all of the, the heartache, the running away, the homelessness, the drugs, like it all kind of comes to a head then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And they're there, like, and their life is extinguished,
And it's over.
and you're kind of left looking at him going, "Man, now I've got to process all of my whole life with him and what it means." And
took me a lot of years to get over it.
I don't
process it, really.
Yeah. I don't think you can ever get over it.
No.
You just kind of learn how to deal with it.
Yeah, how to live with it. Yeah.
Death is a really weird thing. Like it's so final. And that's what I said at the very start of this whole process. That's why I want to do this today.
Yeah.
Is because I wanted that so much from Dad. Like he had so many things that we needed to know, so many answers to questions that we have. And that's the scary final thing about death, is that I'll never get those answers.
No.
None of us will ever have those answers for as long as we live.
No.
And not that he owed them to us, but it would be awesome if we could have had those moments.
Yeah, of course.
Because like he's been gone now for nearly 11 years, and
Mm.
there are so many moments where I just think to myself, "Fuck, like I really want to talk to my dad like,
Yeah.
about this or about that."
Yeah.
Or, I'm going through this moment in my life. Like that's where you want your dad there,
Yeah.
and you just don't have them. And yeah, like that's what I want for you. That's what I want for myself.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of the thing behind me doing my YouTube channel now is, um,
Yeah.
I want it for my kids as well, man.
Yeah.
I don't want them guessing or feeling like I do.
Mm.
And um,
Yeah.
so we had that moment in the basement when Dad passed away. You came to the funeral,
Yeah.
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 So I think I remember Brett had bought you a suit or something. He bought you a suit for the funeral.
Yeah. Yeah. He did actually. Yeah. Yeah.
You're still heavily in your lifestyle then?
I was on the very back end of my drug.
You're starting to come out of it?
Yeah, I'd already got the sack, and yeah, I just had enough. Just completely had enough.
So was your body suffering?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. Sick every day.
And your mental health?
Shocking. Shocking. Yeah. Didn't really know who I was. Yeah. And
Do you know who you are now?
I know who I am now. Yeah. Definitely do. Yeah.
Do you think, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but do you think the cancer has helped you figure out exactly who you are?
For sure. It's shown me that I have.
You're all good, bro. You're all good. Don't try and hold it in, man. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it, bro.
Just showed me that I have strength
Oh, bro, you are ridiculously strong.
and I have people that love me.
You got a lot of people that love you. A lot.
And for so many years, I didn't feel love from anybody until my diagnosis, when me and you got close. Yeah.
Well, interestingly enough, like your diagnosis, did that come after Robert had passed away?
Yeah. Yeah. Just after.
So I think we can talk a little bit about Rob
Yep.
passing away. So
Yeah, that's a very interesting subject.
in our family, we've got a nasty little genetic defect called the Lynch syndrome,
Yeah.
and that passes through on Dad's side. So that makes us, I think the doctors were saying, about 90 to 95% more likely than the public to get bowel cancers and gastrointestinal cancers.
Yep.
Now, we can only assume that Dad was a carrier.
Yeah.
He must have been. You can only pass it on to your kids if you have it, if that makes sense. You can't skip a generation. So,
Yeah.
so if Dad had it, there's a 50-50 chance that us boys had it.
Yeah.
And then if we do have it, then there's a 50-50 chance that our children have it.
Yeah.
If I don't have it, I can't pass it on to my kids. It can't skip.
Yeah.
So Dad must have been a carrier. We've got cousins who are carriers, and yourself and Robert are carriers of the Lynch syndrome.
Yep.
Luckily, I got genetic tested, and by whatever grace of God, I don't carry it.
Thank God.
And I just felt more relief for my kids, not for me.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with me feeling relief, because I'm big, bad, and ugly enough to deal with that myself. But I was just happy that my kids, the buck kind of stops with me now. They don't have to worry.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's a good feeling to have.
So my relationship with Robert was really weird growing up, in the sense that I didn't have one. Like we said earlier on today, he left home when I was 5 and never really came back in to my life, and was living in another state. So I only really remember Robert just kind of coming over for Christmas every once in a
Mm.
while. And that was really it. I didn't have any relationship with him. I had a brief period of time when I lived with him when I was like I'd had enough of living with mum and tried dad. That didn't work. I lived with Robert for maybe 6 months and it ended really badly. We just did not work at all.
Yeah.
Um, and then it was really just intermittent, like get-togethers with Rob. I never really spent much time with him.
Yeah.
He rang me. I don't even know how he had my number, but he rang me out of the blue um, when he'd got his diagnosis, but he must have got his diagnosis quite late. Like he was quite far gone already.
Yeah. Yeah. He
He
was.
was already stage 4
Yeah.
when he found out about it.
Yeah. It was incurable. Yeah.
Yeah, he rang me and told me about it, and
Wow.
I'm just like, oh man, that's really terrible. And he's like, look, he said, I'm not ringing you up to feel sorry for me. I'm not ringing you up to spark a relationship back up with you. He said, what I'm ringing you for is to let you know that I didn't know about the Lynch syndrome. I didn't know it existed.
Mm.
So Robert was the first
Neither
one to
did
tell me.
I. Neither did I.
Yeah, so he just said, look, I've got stage 4 cancer. I'm a carrier of this Lynch syndrome gene, and you need to go and get yourself sorted. He gave me all the information for where he got it done, the familial genetic testing, whatever it is.
Mm.
Gave me the phone numbers, everything, email address, and he said, whatever you do, just go and get yourself checked up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just thank God he did that because
Mm.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
I had no idea that he contacted you. Yeah. I'm glad he did. Really glad he did.
Yeah, and I wish that we had kind of built a relationship before he died, but we didn't, and
Yep.
that's still a big regret for me, man. Like Robert to me is just this big enigma in my life. You know, we're brothers. Like we are
Yeah.
brothers.
Yeah.
We share parent. Like, do you know how rare it is that somebody shares the same parents as you, grew up in the same house as you? Like, there's literally only 4 people on earth
Yep.
that know how we feel,
Yeah.
that know how we grew up. There's 4 people on earth,
Yeah.
and he was one of them, and we didn't have a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, that's still really strange to me,
Yeah.
and just a big regret.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't lay it at the feet of anybody. To me, like, we all fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, our parents probably fucked up by not creating a house where we all kind of did love each other and did a lot of sharing together.
Yeah.
But I'm not blaming them because they're just people doing the best that they can do.
Yeah.
But it's also my fault for not trying hard enough to create a relationship with Rob. It's Rob's fault for not being 11 years older than me and taking the front seat and trying to help build the relationship as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's on everyone.
Of course.
But
Yeah.
I bring that up to say it's just a big shame. Like, it's just
Yeah, it
sad.
is.
It's just a big, sad shame
It is.
for everybody.
Yep.
And you're the same, hey? Like, you didn't have a great relationship with Rob either?
No. 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 I was shocked he contacted me. It was probably about 12 months before he passed. And called me and said, listen, Jamie, I didn't know he had cancer.
Yeah.
She said, listen, Jamie, Rob's got a real serious health condition. I said, okay, what's that? She said, he has stage 4 bowel cancer. I didn't know how to react. Just didn't.
It's one thing when dad dies from it and our uncles died from the bowel cancer because they're the generation above us.
Yeah.
And I mean, dad was only 66, so still pretty young.
Yeah.
But when somebody dies, like when a brother dies, that stuff doesn't seem right.
No.
Like, it's like, hang on a sec.
Rob's only 44.
Yeah,
54.
Yeah, this isn't happening to people older than us. This is happening to my sibling.
Yeah.
Like, that's when shit becomes a lot more urgent and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But you had time to fix things with Rob, did you? You got to a good place?
the best place I think I could possibly have got with him.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had a closeness that I'd never had with him before.
Yeah.
Yeah, never had with him. And we just, yeah, talked about a lot of stuff, cried a lot. And I just said, why is this happening to you, mate? Why is this happening to you? He says, mate, I've got the Lynch syndrome. I've got it. Shit. I said, what's the Lynch syndrome again? I didn't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got a son too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I still haven't met his son.
Yeah.
His son's Kai's age.
Yeah.
Like I often wonder, does he know he's got a cousin out there? Like
he knows. I've told him.
Age.
I told him all his cousins and so forth that he has. I said, look, mate, when you're older, because your mum's a bit of a bee, but when you're older, when you're a man,
his life would be so much better running around, picking up chicks with Kai, listening to music in his car with the subwoofer, and just like cousins hanging out same age.
His mum's just cobwebbed him so he doesn't know any of us, and I just thought that was just so wrong, and I thought it was so wrong what they did to Mum. That's why I fell out with the Reids, and I had to show my loyalty to my mother because that was just wrong what they done to her.
So did you go to Rob's funeral?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I did. Yeah.
Because we didn't find out until
a month later?
It was a month or two.
Yeah.
We were just trying to figure it out, me and Tara, the other day, looking back through old Facebook threads. But obviously I knew Rob had cancer, and she'd picked me up from the airport one day. We'd gone straight to a pub for a pub lunch and a couple of beers before we head home, which we like to do when I fly in. Yeah. And we just kind of started thinking about Rob, and like, it's been a while since I've kind of heard just even third hand what's going on with him or what might be going on with him. So we just started stalking Facebook, looked up his missus, and at the time she didn't have a locked profile. She does now. But we're flicking through the messages, and there was a couple that just she never once mentioned Rob has passed away, but one of them sounded very cryptic, and it was like, I just want to thank everybody, for being there for us at this hard time kind of thing. And I'm like, that sounds an awful lot like he's died. And then Tara's awesome at finding information out over the internet. And she went into the death notices and searched him up. And then, we found out he died in October, I think it was.
October 1st.
And we might have even been into December when we found out. Either that or it was pretty close to it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, far out. Okay. I said to Tara, I've got to tell Mum, because she wouldn't know. And she's like, yeah, give her a call. So, and up to this point, I was pretty, I don't want to say cool about it, but I wasn't feeling any emotions except for just like, wow, this is, okay, my brother. All right, my brother's passed away. Okay, we weren't close. So it kind of it wasn't really hitting me at that point. Didn't hit me until I called Mum.
Yeah.
And I think it hit me more for her, not for me. But as soon as I rang her up, I'm like, hey, Mum, how you going? She's like, yeah, good. I said, are you able to talk? Because I've got something pretty serious to tell you. She's like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm ready. And I tried to say the words, and in my head, I'm like, you're about to tell her mum, you're about to tell your mum
her son's dead,
that her first son is dead.
Yeah.
And when that realization hit me that I was about to deliver that kind of news to her, I just couldn't do it. It was just so overwhelming. And I just started crying. Tara took the phone from me, and luckily, she took over the phone call, and then she told Mum that we just found out about Rob. And that moment for me was where I said, all right, this shit is serious now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this cancer, this lynch, this is fucking no joke, man. Like this is no joke. And so how long was it between Rob passing away that you found out about your diagnosis?
So he died October 1st, 2020. I found out Boxing Day 2021. Pretty quick.
Yeah. So for yourself, had you been experiencing any symptoms or anything?
I occasionally blood would come in my poo, but other than that,
Did you get yourself checked out when?
not straight away. I didn't.
Yeah.
No,
Do you
because
reckon?
I had a hernia problem.
Ah, okay.
I had a serious hernia problem, and my GP actually told me that, look, Jamie, I think your hernia is ruptured,
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and I think you need to have an operation to get it sorted. So I went into the hospital and found out I was anemic. And I had virtually no blood in me.
I remember, yeah, this is what I remember of it. That you'd, because we didn't have really much of a relationship at that point in time, but we were just starting.
Mm.
We were just starting to contact each other.
Yeah.
Because you'd kind of cleaned up your act by then.
Yeah.
And I remember you telling me that you're anemic. I remember that part, and I'm thinking, okay, well, honestly, my mind wasn't even going toward cancer. Yeah. So go on.
And anyway, I went in. They put five pints of blood in me, and I went home. And then I had a really big pouring of blood.
Yeah.
Come out one night, and I just felt really sick, and I knew something was wrong.
Yep.
And had a CT scan, and they said you've got a very big tumor in your bowel. You need to be operated on straight away.
And you had,
Give me 18 months to live.
yeah.
Yeah, which was pretty devastating.
Yeah.
Considering I just took on 2 kids.
Yeah.
And I have to be alive for them. Emily, and you guys, I yeah.
So at the time you had taken on Cedric and Brandon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we adopted them. And then
So they're Emily's brother's
kids.
kids.
Yep, and then
So just for the audience,
Yep.
they'd been in foster care previously because
Foster care.
their parents weren't fit.
Parents were unfit parents on drugs.
Yeah.
No home, no car, nothing.
So had you met the kids before you took them in?
We had met them sparingly a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and then Ben, Emily's brother, he ended up putting our name up saying, can you look at my brother and sister? They've got their lives together. Yeah. I think they can give these boys a home. And went from there, and then Aileen was born. And yeah, we decided we can't just leave her in the lurches.
So was there any trepidation at the time, or you were just like, let's take these kids?
Emily was nervous, very
Yeah.
nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't.
You weren't?
I wasn't. No, I wasn't at all. I thought it'd be good to have a little girl in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah.
So you only had the 2 boys at the time of your diagnosis?
Yeah. Yeah. 2 boys.
And immediately your mind goes to them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we've just taken them in.
Just taking them in, and I'll get diagnosed with bowel cancer. Yeah, it's not what you want to hear.
And God had come into your life when? How long beforehand?
Probably a year before that.
A year before your diagnosis?
Year before my diagnosis, we decided enough's enough.
Yeah.
Had enough of this. Had enough of this life. Yeah. So we decided to do it together and just did it by way of church. And I'd never had God in my life before.
Right.
I've never had God in my life. But he changed me. He changed me. Yeah, changed my thinking. And yeah.
Did you know people from the church, or did you?
Emily did.
Yeah.
Emily's dad grew up with a few of the people at the church. But yeah, I didn't really know him very well.
So the church you guys are a part of, that's been in your family, in Emily's family in the past?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably about 30 odd years, yeah. And yeah.
Did it feel weird at first, or did you just go straight into it and you felt at home straight away?
It felt weird, but I knew that I was getting better every day.
Because we were in a religious house growing up.
No.
I think Mum and Dad are both baptised, but we never went to church, obviously.
No, I can't ever remember going to church.
And none of us kids are baptised.
No. I can only ever remember going to a church was I was funeral. That's the only time I remember going to church.
Yeah, I never went to that one. Yeah, you think about too. Yeah, our cousin that was crushed under his car that he was working on.
Yeah.
And you'd been working on that car as well with him.
2 days before it.
Yeah, so I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but he'd had his car jacked up on bricks or something.
On 4 bricks on each wheel, on each axle.
And then we'd had a bunch of rain or something and the ground had become unstable.
Yep.
And he's gone to get under it. And
his mate's gone inside to grab them a drink.
Yeah.
He's come out and the car's on top of Michael. And he's gone.
Yeah.
He died instantly.
21
years old.
21.
Starting his life.
Yeah. I remember the aftermath, and I remember just not being able to cope at all, which is understandable. I mean,
at Nana's.
Yeah, you lose your 21-year-old kid, but yeah, I didn't really know, but you were pretty close with him, and obviously you've been there underneath the car.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about that?
Yeah, all the time. All the time I think about that.
Like that could have quite easily been you.
Could have been me. Yep. Well, thank God it wasn't.
This is pretty crazy. So God starts coming into your life. Was that a big factor in getting you clean, or were you on were you on that path anyway?
Yeah, we're probably on that path anyway. But we thought we'd have to go a different avenue.
Yeah.
Like rehab, separate, go into rehab thank God we did it. We did it that way and it worked.
So you're obviously baptised into the church now?
Yeah. Yep. I ended up working there as a worker.
Yep.
Paid worker. Yeah. Full time. Yeah, until COVID hit, and then that was the end of that.
And they've been super supportive of you guys.
Yeah.
The whole way.
Yeah.
So how do you feel that the last 4 years dealing with this cancer, how do you think that would have gone if you didn't have God in your life?
I think I would have turned back to drugs. For sure.
Yep.
Without a doubt. Yeah. Just to numb the pain.
Well, it must be overwhelming at times.
Oh, yeah.
Mentally as well as physically.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's not an easy road. Going down the cancer road, it's not. It's bloody hard.
And you've been smashed from pillar to post.
Yeah, my body has,
Yeah, you've had surgeries.
Yep.
You've had infections.
Yep.
You've had pretty much 4 straight years of chemo and radiation without a break.
Yep.
I've seen your body ravaged. I've seen you put on weight, drop huge amounts of weight.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
seen you lose your hair. I've seen skin falling off your
yeah,
face.
yeah,
I've seen you in full purple rashes all over your body.
yeah.
Um, how on earth do you stay mentally strong? And you're looking after 3 kids under 10 pretty much at the time.
They keep me going. They've kept me going.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But there
Yeah.
had to have been times where your mental strength was really getting
Oh yeah, there
challenged.
was times where I just sat in my car and I just yeah grabbed hold of the steering wheel and why is this happening with me? Why is this happening to me?
Why do you think it's happened to you?
Genes.
Do you think I don't know. I hear a lot of and I don't sometimes it sounds a bit wanky. You know how a lot of people say, um, God only gives these challenges to the people that he knows will rise to it.
Mm.
Do you ever think about anything like that? Or do you just think it's just plain old genetic bad luck?
Sometimes I do. Yeah, probably now I do more than ever. Yeah,
Because Emily, man, she looks up to you so much.
yeah, I know.
She just calls you her warrior, her
Yeah.
spiritual warrior, her hero, your Superman.
I don't see myself as that. I'm just trying to survive.
Yeah.
And yeah, There's- I'll get as far as I can get. Mm.
But for you to be facing what you're facing, I don't even know if I'd be able to get up in the morning. Like it'd be just that challenging.
Some mornings I don't want to get up. Some mornings I just want to lay in bed all day, just sleep all day. Because you go into dreamland and you forget about stuff. Yeah.
Do you have any feelings about the afterlife? Like what do you think is going to happen?
I think there's a God. There's definitely a God. I think we go somewhere after this. I don't think this is it. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're definitely going somewhere after this. Yeah.
Well, you know how I feel. I 100% feel that way.
Yeah.
I've experienced too many things
Yeah.
that tell me that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I've told you this story, but just for the viewers, when Dad passed away, we were going through his unit, trying to help Chunny get some preparations done.
Yeah.
And as soon as I went into that apartment, every fiber, every hair on my body was just standing up. And I've got a history of spirituality. Like I feel spirits, I sense them, I feel them. I can't see them.
Yeah.
Once or twice I have, but I generally just feel them and sense them.
Yeah.
And I got in there and everything was on fire. Like I was just tingling.
Wow.
And I just said to Tara straight away, I'm like, oh man, I said, he is still here, like big time here.
Yeah.
Just felt like he'd passed and he was just kind of just hovering over just to make sure that everything was going as it was supposed to go. That,
Yeah.
but yeah, he and I just spent probably about half an hour just touching stuff in his house. Like I'd touch his Ugg boots and some items had like a stronger reaction than others.
Yeah.
But he was 100% there. And then I sat on his couch in his spot and he still had a notepad there, like, and a crossword puzzle. And it was like half done with his handwriting. And I'm just like, oh, it's just so strange that somebody can be here 1 minute and then gone the next.
Yeah.
And he was such a big personality.
Mm.
And I'm like, how does that personality just disappear? Like it can't. It can't.
No.
And Dad was an electrician, right?
Mm.
And he explained it to me one day in a way that I always now pass on to other people because it made perfect sense to me. And it wasn't done in a spiritual way. It was done in a tradesman's way.
Yeah.
And he said to me, you cannot destroy electricity. You cannot kill electricity.
Mm.
You can't.
Yeah.
It has to be earthed. So we know that our body is basically one big lab of electricity, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
A thought is an electrical impulse, that gets passed through the brain. When I feel pain, that's an electrical message being
Impulse.
sent.
Yeah.
So if our bodies contain electricity, what happens to the electricity when we die?
Exactly.
And what part of our soul, of our spirit, is electrical?
Mm.
I just get this feeling that you can look at it from a religious standpoint, you can look at it from a logical standpoint. There is a part of us that has to go on. It has to. It must.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we're made up of such a complex system.
Mm.
It can't just stop like a light switch.
No.
It's got to go somewhere. It's got to do something.
That's right.
And I just feel that when I was in Dad's apartment, right, that day that I was talking about, he I don't know why. He was a weird guy in his certain ways. He hated the door being open to the bathroom. I guess maybe because it was a small apartment and the door open, maybe he just didn't want it from a privacy standpoint. He didn't want strain or didn't want guests, seeing the basin or whatever. I don't know what it was, or the smell of the toilet. Who fucking knows? But he hated it being open. And I was sitting on the lounge suite, and directly to my left, I could see Chani and Tara.
Yeah.
And then just about a meter over from where they were sitting on the breakfast bar was the bathroom door. And I remember looking at it and going, oh, he'd be so pissed off that thing's open. And the door, there was no windows, no doors open, no breezes, no air conditioning. There was nothing in the house that could have caused this. The door, very, very quickly, I thought it was going to slam, and I was kind of wincing, waiting for the sound, and it shut about 95% at record speed and then just stopped.
Wow.
Right before it hit the latch, and then it just slowly just went tick, tick, and clicked it, and I was just sitting on the couch just going, what the hell was that? And then, unbelievably, Tara had kind of turned her head right about the same time that it was happening, and she saw it.
Wow.
And I looked, and she could see that I was stunned, and I'm like, did you just see that? And she's like, yeah, the door. And I'm like, what? And then I start doing these experiments. Like, I open the door and I'm like trying to push it to see if it would move by itself. The door was not moving by itself. It's got quite the door hinges obviously needed to be.
There's not enough wind in there.
No. And yeah, there was just no reason for it to happen. And that was just the latest in a long line of examples as to why I 1,000% believe that once our physical body ends, that's not the end of us.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Like, I just don't believe it. And I would hope that you don't believe it either, man.
I don't believe it.
Because if you do, then death really sucks, man.
Yeah. It's final.
Because that's as final as it gets.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, how do you think this has changed you?
Oh, it's made me more loving. A lot more loving. It's made me a lot more loving. Showed me all the strength that I do have in me, and I'm doing all the right things that I can do. I'm doing everything right that I can do. And there's pretty much not much more that I can do myself. But yeah.
For the longest time, when I would spend time around you, you would almost be embarrassed. Like you never felt like you were good enough, for me or for the family or for, I don't know, the public, society. I don't know, but you always had this feeling about you that it looked like you just wanted to hide under a blanket when you were Like you never felt any kind of pride and you never felt like you were good enough. And
No, I didn't really.
I've noticed in this battle that you've taken on, you seem to me now like you know what your worth is.
Yeah, I do.
And
I definitely do.
yeah, you don't strike me as that same guy anymore.
No, I've changed a lot. Cancer's changed me. Yeah, for the better. You know, it's a terrible disease, bloody terrible disease, but you know, yeah, it's changed me into a better man, I think. Yeah.
And it's definitely brought us closer.
Yeah, which is another huge positive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we've just grown so close over the last 4 or 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, to the point where, like, yeah, you're 100% one of the only people on the planet that I can completely be myself
Yeah.
around, and that's rare, and it's just nice, man.
It is. It's nice to have that comfortable feeling around somebody.
So you can be real,
Yeah. And you say whatever you like and
no judgment.
you're not going to freak out. And yeah.
We've had some crazy chats over the last 4 or 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
You know, both talking about our crazy life and
Yeah.
how off the rails has gone at times. And yeah, I mean, we were kind of like living sort of parallel lives for a while. We've both gone down that addiction route. We've both had really good women by our side that have kind of kept us on the straight and narrow and keeping everything in the right direction.
Yeah.
And you know, we've both had kids come into our life that have sort of helped shape us. And
yeah.
how do you go as a father? How would you rate
my fatherhood?
Yeah.
I'm trying to be better than my father was.
Yeah.
To me. Yeah.
I think that's the number one thing that we all try and do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think parenthood is like a mix of I want to be better than my parents, but also I can recognize these things I wish that my parents were growing up, and I'm going to try and implement them as well into my. And then there's a lot of it's just instinct.
Yeah. Yeah. There were times through these last 4 years that I've snapped.
We all do, man.
Snapped
Don't worry
at
about
the
that.
kids. I have to back up and say, I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be this man. I don't want to be my father. Angry man.
And I don't think he wanted to be that guy either.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, but he just never learned to control the fire. And yeah, I have those moments too, man, where I struggle to control the fire. Like I'm definitely dad's son, but I am much more capable of doing it than he was. But I kind of feel sorry for him in that way. I don't feel angry at all toward the kind of person that he was.
No, I don't.
I sort of feel sorry that he couldn't get it together.
Yeah. It's just a pity. Yeah.
So now for you, what does your life look like from here now that the doctors have said this is end of life?
Oh, I mean, they told me I had 18 months to live from the very start, so I'm not going to pin myself on, your life's over.
Yeah. And as we've said already, it's a very, very strange term. They really need to have more of a bedside manner and call it something else.
Yeah.
So basically, they're not going to intervene. But I'm telling you already, the way that you look and the way that you sound and between now and a week ago.
Oh, yeah.
It's just night and day. I did not honestly, in my heart of hearts, I didn't want it to be true, but I didn't think you were coming out of hospital, man. Like,
I didn't either, mate.
Yeah.
I really didn't. I thought, well, I'm in hospital now and I'm going to die here. And,
And the doctors certainly make you feel like you're going to as well.
Yeah. How do you see your death, Jamie? Doctors say shit like that to you.
Yeah.
Gosh, they just deflate you.
Yeah.
deflate every bit of positive energy you have in you.
But at least you're home now, man. And
Yep.
So you got all your palliative care all taken care of.
Yep. Everything's sweet, and I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my life, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm not gonna be one of those people that sit there,
You've never been a woe is me kind of guy through this whole battle. You've always just kind of copped it on the chin and just kept marching on.
That's what I tried to do from the very first diagnosis.
You have.
Yeah.
You have, man. I reckon I was probably worse. I still remember you calling that Boxing Day. I was over at Brett's.
Yeah, I remember.
I was over at Brett's house. And at this point, you were anemic, low iron. That's what I thought.
Yeah, so.
And then, you called me up on Boxing Day. I'd already had a fair bit to drink, and you called. And I remember standing by the pool fence taking your call, and you just said, "Hey, brother, I've got cancer." And I was just like, what? Like, everything just kind of goes fuzzy, and you're not really taking in information.
Yeah.
And I just remember getting off the phone and just fucking losing it, man. Just like bawling my eyes out. And Tara's like, "Oh, what's the matter?" And I'm like, "Jamie's fucking got cancer. He's fucking got cancer." And then, obviously told Brett and I was like, I've got to get out of here. Like, I've got to get out of here. They're at the hospital. Jamie's there, Emily's there, the kids are there. Like, I've got to go. And Brett's like trying to talk sense into me. He's like, "Clay, you're drunk.
Yeah.
You're drunk. Tara's drunk. You can't drive. We're in the hills.
Yeah.
He's like an hour away. Like, you can't drive." And I'm like, "I've got to get there. Like, you don't understand. I've got to get there." Because like I'd fucked up with Robert. Like, I didn't fix my relationship with Robert, and I just wanted to be there for you, man. I just wanted to show you that I was going to be there for you.
You have been, man. You have been.
And I kind of sobered up that night.
Yeah.
And got in to see you.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing you you probably don't remember what I said to you, but when I walked into your hospital room, I looked at you and I kind of like started crying, and I said, "What have you done to yourself, mate?"
Yeah, I do. I remember that.
What have you done to yourself? And dude, getting to know you again over the last sort of 4 or 5 years, I just want you to know, I need you to know that it's been one of the best things that's ever happened in my life, man. Like, I always had you as a brother.
Yeah.
But we didn't really have each other. But I truly believe now, like, I've actually got my brother.
You have. Yeah.
Because we kind of like, we came and went. We had a lot of trauma growing up. And then, you had our distances and our times not talking. I don't feel like I had you at all for our life. And I truly believe that we've got each other.
Oh, yeah, we'll have each other till the day I die, mate.
Yeah, 100%. And after.
Yeah.
And after.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, I before this ended, I just needed you to know, like, how much you mean to me, how much I love you.
Oh, mate.
And
you got no idea how much I love you.
I want to be one of those people that when you're not doing well, I want to be one of those people that you call. Right? We've all got that small.
You are the first one.
Yeah.
You're the first one.
When you're not feeling good up here,
Yeah.
I want to be the guy that comes over and we have a yarn, you have a ciggy, and we just talk shit as we do. Like, doesn't always have to be deep. Sometimes I'll just come over and we talk about the footy.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
But just being in each other's company.
Yeah. That's the main thing. Yeah.
And I just want you to know, man, like I told you at the hospital, I'm going to be here.
Yeah.
Right up until the very end, whenever that is.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there for Emily. I'm going to be there for your kids.
Yeah. Appreciate that, man.
But
I knew you would.
Yeah. But you just live.
I'm going to.
You live for as long as this fucking sack of flesh is going to let you live for, man.
I will. I definitely will.
And you make sure that while you're living, man, you're happy.
Yeah.
And like I've said to you, bro, the meaning of life is love, and you've got it.
Yeah.
You've got it.
Yeah.
You've got a whole bunch of people that love you.
Yeah.
You've got love in every bedroom of this house.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I'm a lucky man.
yeah,
I
you are. Do you know how many people I've got in my life that are nearly 50-year-old spinsters, got no
Wow.
kids, got no partner, and it's only through pure luck that we are one of the lucky ones
Yeah.
that found a woman that loves us
Yeah.
and that's sticking by us.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got children in our life that we get to pass down our legacy, our values, our morals.
Yeah.
We've got it. We've both got it, man.
Yeah.
We're lucky.
Yeah.
So I need you to remember that, man.
I'm so bloody proud of you.
Proud of you too, man. Emily's not the only one that thinks you're a fucking Superman. Like, I am proud that you're my big brother. I'm proud of you, man.
Thanks, brother.
You don't need to have earned $1 million. You don't need to be fucking living in a mansion. You don't need to be wearing a suit every day to be somebody that I look up to.
Yeah.
You've done something over the last 5 years that I just cannot even wrap my head around.
Yeah, I just hope that you never ever have, you or Brett never ever have to go through this. That's what I want.
I mean,
It's just my dying wish. That's what it will be.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not the good thing. The one thing that you and Robert have done for us, for me and Brett, and for our kids is that you've been the warning. You've been the warning sign for us. So, I really look after myself.
I'm glad you do.
I regularly get myself checked up.
Yeah.
I've completely changed my diet to have more, not that I'm watching my diet, but I've included things in my diet, supplements and actual whole foods that I know are have anti-cancer properties.
Yeah.
A lot of the supplements I take are specifically for anti-cancer.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you guys, it's just a shame that you've kind of had to take the bullet for us, but it hasn't been in vain. Like we've seen what's happened to you, and we are now so ultra aware.
Yeah.
Because you guys never had somebody take the bullet for you. Like, if we'd known about this lynch, like from Dad's generation, from the uncles and from him, not that they knew, but if we'd known about it,
we'd have probably done something about it.
Yeah, we would have been looking after ourselves. We would have been getting tested every couple of years.
Yeah. But they had this stupid bloody rule of you can't get bowel cancer until you're over 50.
Yeah, you're testing, yeah.
And that's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, as we know, it's not if you have lynch, like you can get tested as young as you want and as often as you want.
Yeah.
But yeah. Bro, this chat has been one of the best I think that I've ever had.
It's been a pleasure, bro.
And fuck, man, I'm so glad that we got the chance to do this. I was doubting that it was going to happen.
No, I was gonna do everything in my power to make sure it happened.
And now, bro, this conversation is going to live forever. We've got it now.
Yep.
On tape. Your kids have got it. Emily's got it. Mum's got it. Brett's got it. All the kids, we've all got it. And, all right.
Thank you so much, brother.
Anytime, mate.
Love you.